We're travelling deep into the Ecuadorian Amazon, and for the next 4 days we're going to be exploring everything the jungle has to offer within an isolated indigenous community with almost no connections to the outside world. We're going to be scaling waterfalls, making our own real chocolate, and meeting with locals to learn more about the Amazonian way of life. So join me on a once-in-a-lifetime, completely off-grid adventure in another Gwyn's on the Loose video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy it. After a long journey from Ecuador's capital through a series of mountain passes and increasingly smaller roads and tracks, we finally departed civilization with a short hike into full jungle immersion. Our first rainforest home was a small and isolated lodge located on a hillside in absolute tranquility. We were being hosted by an incredibly welcoming indigenous family who had built the outpost as their home, and were immediately offered a meal of broccoli and plantain soup, one of the tastiest lunches I'd ever had. This, they said, was to fuel our first adventure. So the first thing we're going to do is just go for a walk around our lodge. Have a look what's there. There's chicken there. When I said we were preparing to walk around the lodge, I wasn't lying, but little had I realised the magnitude of what Orlando was about to show us. In the next 2 hours, I was going to tick more off my bucket list than I ever have in a video before, starting with a hike to view one of the branches of the mighty Amazon River herself. I think it's safe to say that everyone found the view as inspiring as I did. I wanted to stay there forever, but this was only the first stage of what was to become a rather playful jungle introduction. We're now walking along the forest floor, and some cool stuff's going to be pointed out along the way. That's just unreal. Oh, gracias. You're welcome. There's one just like that in Grandma's kitchen.
You can't pick those in the UK.
All the termites on his hand. Here locals, we eat them.
No.
Yes, a lot of.
There's thousands.
Wellies are just like the high-vis jackets of the Amazon. They just get you in everywhere.
It's really nice. You'll be like babies afterwards.
It's in Iceland, you're paying about 50 quid for it. So let me know if I've got it all off in the comments, I guess. And maybe also subscribe, please. After being completely overwhelmed by the jungle, we settled down and ate another exquisite soup and fried trout from the river we'd seen earlier. really works. If today's activities were amazing, then tomorrow's would be absolutely phenomenal. Everyone thinks I'm totally mad, but I just can't help doing this. That feels amazing! Waking up in the wilderness of a jungle for the first time is one of the most amazing experiences you can have. From the second you open your eyes, all 5 of your senses are sent into overdrive by sounds and sights you've only ever read about and thought impossible. And as our breakfast was served, I learnt that the best way, the only way, to get the most out of an Amazonian dawn is to just sit quietly and soak it all in until the day's adventures await. So this morning we're going to go river walking, whatever that might be. We've been warned not to bring anything that's not waterproof, so I'll be on my phone. I think you've learnt by now that the phrase river walking is massively underselling what's coming next. After an incredible time up in the mountains, we clambered back down the river and hiked back to our lodge to dry off. Well, at least as much as you can do in a rainforest, which is not really well at all. The afternoon was deliberately much slower paced. Following another delicious soup, we were given a tour of some of the trails and clearings out the back of the lodge, and our host family showed us some of the day-to-day practicalities of actually living in the Amazon, as well as some more jungle delights we'd missed yesterday. Amongst the shrubs, they've grown lots of these cacao trees, which they pick fruit from and extract and dry cocoa beans, ready to sell on to local producers. More on that later in the video. By the brook they have a walking palm tree, which can travel up to 20 metres a year in search of better sunlight. These are lianas.
No, Tarzan, this is like the thing he uses.
I'd love to see you try, but no, I don't think so.
Our host told us that they could easily take all of our weight if we tried, and that they swing on them regularly. So I did actually try it, but to my dismay a spider dropped to my hand and I freaked out quite a bit. These are rocks, and you can make music out of them. Amazonian rivers are typically full of gold, and the one at the lodge is no exception. The family regularly pan for gold here to sell at the local market, and it's paid for all of their children's education. This one apparently could easily fetch $40. And finally, we were shown some of the traps that used to feed the family.
So that is for a little bit bigger animals, okay? Maybe snakes.
La culebra grande, ¿cuántos pares?
We're gonna go inside. Oh, free food. Ah, lovely days today. I'm so lucky.
Al momento que, cuidado, para esto.
Sunset fast approached, and after dark, the head of the family, Delphine, wanted to give us a real taste of jungle magic. So Delphine, trained as a shaman, he didn't actually become a shaman, a witch doctor, but he's about to show us some of his old practices.
But how you can call yourself a yanshan or a healer? First, of course, is by healing people. That is actually pure tobacco or tobacco that we grow here. I know I've said it before, but waking up in a rainforest really never gets old. It was just as special on the second morning, and the tranquility is just something I've never experienced anywhere else. Our final day was going to be very different. We were going to say goodbye to our adoptive jungle family and re-emerge into civilization to see what life is actually like for Amazonians today. So we set off to the nearby village of Shandia, travelling in a way which you're probably not expecting.
We're just going to cycle to a local village, find some children, hope to make their days.
No voy a negarte, no. La primera vez que tú me la hiciste, baby, quería matarme. Pero ahora no.
Bye, Selfie. Do you want to be it?
Sabiendo que no sientes nada y no sabes querer.
Hey.
We're at our new lodgings for our final night in the Amazon. Just going to try some mochinda yuca. That's amazing. Remember these? Well, it was our final night, and we couldn't have just let them go to waste. So our new host helped us turn our sun-roasted cocoa beans into a batch of some real chocolate. Finished chocolate.
I need fruit with this. Like, it's too much.
Going to the Amazon rainforest has always been a dream of mine, and the time I spent exploring Ecuador's small corner of it was truly life-changing. Looking back through the footage, it was impossible for me to pick out a few favourite moments. Instead, I'm only left with one incredible memory of my amazing and at times very crazy first jungle experience, which I shall treasure for the rest of my life. We're in Peru. Elmer has taken us to explore a town for 2 days, which is very nice, but we just didn't understand why he brought us here. Until he showed us this, and everything clicked into place.